Welcome to the fourth chapter of the Sapphire course. In this chapter, I'll show you what are message components, how to use them, and some of the potential issues you will run into, and how to solve those issues. Message components are basically buttons and drop-down menu. You can make Sapphire to send a message or give a role to a user when someone interacts with the message component. On Sapphire dashboard, go to Messages page, then we have an option called Components. Here we have two sections, Custom Buttons and Custom Select Menus. Whenever you hear the word Select Menu, just think it as drop-down menu. First, I'll show you button components, then we will move to Select Menu. You can create buttons from this page. First, enter a name for your button, then click on Create. If you click the button name, then you will get a pop-up like this to add actions to the button. Actions are basically what will happen after someone clicks the button. Some of the actions are send message, add roles, and so on. I will explain all actions in a minute. For now, I will add the action called Add Roles and select the yellow role and click on Save Changes. Now we have the button component ready, so we can add this button to any message template. I'll create a new template to show you how to add the buttons, but you can add buttons to existing templates as well. Click on this Action Row button. Then you will see two options, Button and Select Menu. Click on Button. This will add a new button to our template. Keep in mind that you can only have 5 buttons in each action row, and you can have 5 action rows in a message template. So in total, you can have 25 buttons in a message template. A button will have 3 options: a gear icon to customize the button, a emoji, and a label. Clicking this gear icon will give us 2 options, Style and Action. Styles changes the color of the button. You can only change the button to 4 colors, such as red, green, gray, and blurple. This link style will ask you to enter a link, so when someone clicks the button, they will be redirected to the link you enter here. I'll choose green for now. For action, I'll choose the button component we created few minutes ago. I'll give the button an emoji. Clicking this emoji icon will show all the emoji you have on your server. I'll give the button a label. Label is just the text that shows on the button. Now let's send it to the server and see if it works. Clicking the button gave me the yellow role. Now I'll show you how you can use emoji on the button that are not in your server. I have the server called Sapphire Pro Max. On this server, I have Sapphire with admin permission and few emoji. I'll tag Sapphire and type emoji info, then choose the emoji. Now Sapphire gave us the information about the emoji. Let's copy the emoji ID and come back to the dashboard. On this template, we have the button and it has an emoji. Now go to this raw tab and search for the button name. In my case, it's Hi. Here we see the emoji object. Below that, you can see the ID. Simply replace this ID with the emoji ID we just copied. Now if you go to the Preview tab, you will see the emoji that is on our other server. Let's send this message to our server and see if it works. Yes, it works. Now I'll show how you can make the button not clickable. Go to the Raw tab and locate the button you want to make it not clickable. For me, it is here with label Hi. I'll copy this line which says type and paste it below the label. Now I'll replace the type with disabled and replace this number with true. If you go to the preview page, it will show the button is active, but if you send this message into a channel, then no one can click this button. Let's learn about button actions now. I'll go to the components page and explain you about each actions. Send message action has 2 options. First is to choose a template. Second is ephemeral. Send message action allows you to send a message template when someone clicks the button, so here you can choose which message template to send. Enabling this ephemeral option will make the message only visible to the user who pressed the button. Send channel message action allows you to send a message template into a channel on your server. Here you can choose which template to send and which channel to send. So when someone clicks the button, Sapphire will send the message template on the channel you select here. Edit message action allows you to edit the current message with a different message template when someone clicks the button. Delete message action allows you to delete the message when someone clicks the button. Here it deletes the message which has the button. DM user action allows you to send messages to users on their DM. So if someone clicks the button, then Sapphire will DM them the message template you choose here. Move users in voice action allows you to move users from one voice channel to another channel by just clicking the button on your message template. This action has 5 options. You can specify how many users should be moved. Sapphire will randomly select the users. Source channel is from which channel Sapphire has to move, and destination channel is the where the users will be moved to. Enabling exclude self option will make Sapphire not move the person who clicked the button. Role mode has 3 options. Ignore roles option will move members regardless of their roles. Include option only moves people with a selected role. Exclude option will move peoples who don't have the selected roles. Toggle roles action allows you to give and take roles from the user. If someone clicks the button when they don't have the selected role, then Sapphire will give them the role. But if they already have a role while clicking the button, then Sapphire will remove the role from them. Add roles action will give users the selected role. If someone clicks the button when they don't have the selected role, then Sapphire will give them the role. Remove roles action will remove the selected role from users. If someone clicks the button when they have the selected role, then Sapphire will remove the role from them. Set role action will remove all other roles user has and give them the selected role. Sapphire allows you to add multiple actions to the button, so you can have one button that does a lot of things. Let's learn about select menus now. Keep in mind that select menu and drop-down menu are same thing, so don't get confused by it. Create a select menu by entering a name for the menu and click on this Create button. Click on the name of the select menu to customize it. You can add options to the select menu by clicking this Add Option button. These are the options you see when you click a drop-down menu. I'll add 3 options and configure them to give roles. Red will give red role, green will give green role, and yellow will give yellow role. All these actions are the same thing we have on buttons, which I explained to you earlier on this chapter. You can name these options whatever you want. On the top you can see an option called Keep Selection. This option won't affect how the select menu works. It is just a visual thing. You can see what it does by looking at the image you are seeing on the screen now. I just turn this option off all the time. Now add this select menu to a message template. First add an action row, then add select menu. Click this settings icon and select the select menu you just created. You can also create new select menu component directly from here without going to the components page. Placeholder is what users see before clicking the drop-down menu. I'll type click me and go to the preview tab. There you can see the click me text. Now add the options to the drop-down menu. You can name them whatever you want. This is the name people will see when they click the drop-down menu. Below this name you can enter a description for the option. It will appear as small text below the name. Here you can select an emoji for the option, and you can also use custom emoji here. Just replace the emoji ID like I shown you on how you can change the button emojis. Next click the settings icon near to the emoji. Here you can choose an action to this option, so when someone clicks this option, then it will trigger the action you selected here. The action you see here are the ones we created on the components page as options. You can also create new options directly from here. Enabling this selected by default. Make this option a default one when someone clicks the select menu, like it will automatically select the option by default, and users can unselect them if they want. I'll add the remaining options and send this message to the server and see if it works. It works! Now I'll share 6 issues that most users run into, but don't know how to fix it. First issue. People set up their drop-down menu, and they try to send the message template to their server, but will get this base type minimum length error. Sapphire shows this error when the user tries to set this minimum selection more than the number of options they have on their drop-down menu. Here I have 3 options, but I have entered minimum selection as 5. Changing this number to 3 or below 3 will fix this issue. I didn't explain this selections before, so I'll explain it now. If I enter 3 in minimum selection, then it means the user has to select at least 3 options from the drop-down menu. Otherwise, Sapphire will tell the user, hey, you have to select one more option to use this drop-down menu. So you cannot set the minimum selection number to which is more than the total number of options you have on the dropdown. Maximum selection allows you to set how many options user can choose from this drop-down menu. If you set this to 1, then people cannot select more than one option at a time. Second issue, people set up multiple buttons and they try to send the message template to their server, but will get this, action cannot be duplicated, error. In most cases, people don't have any action selected, so in the raw tab it will be shows as null for custom ID. This is what triggers the error, because in Sapphire messages you are not allowed to have 2 or more buttons that does the same thing. The fix for this issue would be adding correct actions to the buttons. Third issue, people set up their drop-down menu, and they check the preview tab for the drop-down menu. Everything looks good, so they will send the message template to their server, but on the server the message won't have the drop-down menu. The issue is due to not adding the select menu action. To fix this, just add the correct select menu component here, and then add proper actions to the options here. Fourth issue, people set up their button with the style link. They enter a link for the button and send the message to their server, but clicking the button will redirect them to Sapphire website instead of the link they entered. This issue is due to entering the link in wrong format. To fix this, just add the link in proper format, which is include the HTTPS protocol and the domain name just like this. Fifth issue, people set up their button and send the message to Discord, but when clicking the button it shows this loading animation, then it won't do anything. If they check the button on the template it will have the action. So why it is not working? The reason is they added the button component to this button, but they didn't set up action to the component. If we go to the components page and open the button component, then we can see there is no actions here. To fix this issue, just add the actions here. Sixth issue, sometimes people try to delete a button component from this component page. After they click the Save Changes button, the deleted button will come back. The issue here is, they are using this button component on a message template, so Sapphire won't let them delete the button from here. To fix the issue, just find out which message template is using this button, then delete the button from the template first. After that, come to this component page and delete the component here. That's it for this chapter. I hope I covered everything about message components on this chapter. On the next chapter, I'll show you how you can schedule messages to send them at specific time.